Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah's peace and blessings be on all of you. I would like to welcome you in the first of a new series of programs under the general heading, Understanding Islam. Myself, dear viewers, I am Dr. Bilal Phillips from Canada, and I hope during this series to clarify for you certain areas which are commonly misunderstood about Islam. It is very unfortunate that though Islam is the religion of about a quarter of mankind, over 1 billion people, yet this religion is misunderstood throughout the world. The reasons are many. Some of them are external and some of them are internal. Externally, we have a history of enmity towards Islam, which began from the time of the Crusades and prior to that in Europe, where the European powers looked at Islam as being a threat to the religion of Christianity there. And so a lot of false information was spread in Europe about Islam and Muslims in order to discourage people from finding out about Islam, especially considering that Islam had ruled Spain for a number of years. Actually, the total amount of time is over 700 years. And during that period of time, many Spanish Muslims converted to Islam without being forced. They chose Islam themselves. The vast majority of the population were never forced to become Muslims, and as such, many of them did not. However, from this experience, the people who led the church leaders, they feared Islam and so spread a series of false information about the religion of Islam. And this became a basis also of an attack on the centers of Islam with the Crusades. And this misunderstanding which was developed during this period has been handed down with each generation in books, in magazines, in the media, even till today. And this is a source of distorted information about Islam. But on the other hand, there are also internal causes. Among them, the fact that in different places and at different periods of time, Muslims have strayed away from the true teachings of Islam, and as such have presented a very false image of Islam to non-Muslims. Today, that image may involve terrorism, a tendency to want to take the lives of innocents and these type of things, where Muslims tend to be associated with violence and war, etc. However, this is really not the true case concerning Islam. So, in this series, we will be looking at really the fundamental concepts of Islam. Not only to understand the principles themselves, but also to get a better understanding of Muslims and how Muslims should live their lives, so that if one is to try to find Islam, one will know what to look for. Because, unfortunately, many times today, Muslims are the worst examples of Islam. So, dear viewers, I hope you will be happy with what we have to present for you in this series, which will enlighten you as to the actual meaning of Islam. However, I must warn you that if you are to benefit from this program, then you have to approach it with an open mind. Emotions blind us. So we must not look at information if we want to find out the truth about something. We have to look at it unemotionally. We have to put aside our emotions, because emotions, as I said, blind us oftentimes to the realities of things. So we have to look at it practically speaking, see what the information is, and then we judge it in the light of our intelligence. The reality is that each and every religion claims that their religion is the only true way. It is the only way which God has ordained for man. This is a fact. What that does for us is that it puts us in a position where we are confused, which in fact is the true religion. If everyone claims that their religion is the correct way, then how do we know which is in fact the correct way? The reality is that we can only find out if we look at each religion from its actual teachings. Go to the sources and find out what is the essence of this religion. At that time, we can then judge in the light of our reason, is this correct or is this not correct? Because if we judge right and wrong merely because we are born in a particular religion, then we will have fooled ourselves. We have left our future to chance. God gave us intelligence in order that we may choose between right and wrong based on reason, not just based on chance. A person is born in a Buddhist family or a Christian family or a Muslim family, not by their own choosing. As such, we can be certain that God, who is most just, most wise, He will hold people to account on the basis of the choices that they made, not on the basis of what He has destined for them. If God destined that we be idol worshippers, and in fact idol worship is not acceptable to Him, and then He punished us, put us in hell because we were idol worshippers, this would be unjust. However, God is the most just. He may have destined for us to be born in a family of idolatry, where we worship idols. However, He has given us an intelligence by which we can look around us and analyze, is this, in fact, the correct religion which God wants for man? He will also show us various signs in our lives what in fact is the true religion and how we should go about finding it. We only have to trust our reason, our intelligence, and what we feel within our hearts as right and wrong. God is most merciful, and He will guide us all. Therefore, dear viewers, I would like to welcome you to this program, Understanding Islam, and hope that you will continue to follow each and every episode. Because in each and every episode, we will be looking at new points, new issues, which clarify for us what in fact is the essence of Islam. What are the actual teachings of Islam? Why is Islam the only religion which God has ordained for mankind? I'm not pretending that Islam doesn't claim to be the true religion of God, as all the other religions claim. No, I will tell you quite frankly, this is exactly what Islam says. And Islam has evidence to back that claim up. In this series, we will be looking at the evidence. I invite you to put aside your emotions and to examine the evidence which we have. The evidence which will prove to you, if you are open-minded, if you put aside your emotions and listen carefully to the evidence, it will prove to you without a shadow of a doubt that Islam is the only true religion of God. It is the religion which God gave to mankind from the beginning of mankind, continuing it until the last day of this world. The religion, the way of life, which is to guide them to the correct way of worshiping God, of serving God in this life. As such, dear viewers, as each program unfolds before you, there will arise in your mind many questions. If you would like to get information regarding these questions, then I would invite you to write to us, Sharjah TV, P.O. Box 111, under the heading Understanding Islam, to Dr. Bilal Phillips, Understanding Islam, Sharjah TV, P.O. Box 111. You write in and get further clarifications for the questions that you are raising. These questions may be aired on this program if there is time. Otherwise, another program will be started and will answer in more depth the detailed questions that some of you may like to ask. But we also have in Dubai, at the Islamic Information Center, P.O. Box 25020, another channel by which you may write in to get further information about Islam. You may write me, Dr. Bilal Phillips, at the Islamic Information Center, P.O. Box 25020, Dubai. This is for further information about Islam. You may call in also there. It is telephone number 358190. And there you can get direct information about Islam. If you would like to get pamphlets or tapes, etc., giving you further information, you can write or call in and get that information. But to our topic at hand, Understanding Islam, I'd just like to sum up what we have presented to you in this program, this introductory program, that we will be looking at the various misunderstandings about Islam in order to clarify to you all what in fact is the essence of Islam. This is why we've called the program Understanding Islam. However, I cannot overemphasize, dear viewers, that for you to benefit, you must put aside emotions. I will present the facts to you, and it is for you to benefit from these facts, listen to them, analyze them, and then judge for yourself. Does this make sense, or does it not? If it makes sense, then you must continue the search for yourself until you find the true religion of God, which is, without a doubt, Islam. So, dear viewers, I would like now to wrap up the segment of the program, Understanding Islam, thanking you for following this program or beginning with us, hoping that you will continue to follow this program on a daily basis whenever it comes, once a week. You can follow your television guides, etc., to find out exactly when the program will be. It will be announced, and it will follow a set date. We'd like you to follow the program, and dear viewers, I'd like to now bid you farewell, thanking you again for watching the Islamic farewell. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.